Hey,
Not even the broadcast?
what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Flying Fluffy Hockey live stream of the. Here we go. The Flying Fluffy Hockey live stream of the Florida Panthers and Montreal Canadiens game. How is everybody doing? So the Canadiens are just 1 point out of a wild card spot. So they'll be desperate. They'll be desperate for points. I don't have any more chicken. I've got the St. Patrick's Day outfit on since tonight and tomorrow night's games are the only games anywhere close to St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
It's also my birthday coming up on Monday. Cade says evening. Hot dog, Winterfell, Canada Baller here. Derek.
Okay.
Damien. Yeah, it's not on ESPN Plus.
Yeah. Oh. Boy, this chair. At some point, the chair is just going to implode on itself. All right, let me get my dad going here. All right, Kyle. Oh, you know what? I got to get the other one going. But Judah can't move over, so just let it go for tonight, unfortunately.
Isn't this it right here?
Yeah, but I don't have it set up. I can add let me see if I can add the destination. Here, I'm going to sit on your lap. Here, move this. As you can tell, Kyle is wide awake again today. Where the hell is the ad? Where the hell is the ad? Why is it not? Am I not seeing it?
I get that. Just maybe not the best time to walk in slow motion.
It's the only time to walk in slow motion.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Train smarter, play faster.
Let's see. Okay, we're good over there. Let me see. Did that same thing happen all over again? Yep. See, he's got to make it so that I can start the thing in advance. That's got to get changed, right? All right, we'll just leave it this way.
Okay.
Yep. He's got that auto. He's got it so it automatically deletes it after, if I start it too early in advance. But to make it convenient, he's got to change that to where I got to be able to set it up a half hour in advance and have it run. It's too much to do to save all that for the last minute. Okay. All right, Kyle. So drink. Do you need alcohol?
No.
Huh? Yeah, you're going to need alcohol to put up with me if you're in the sleepy mood again. I can guarantee you that. So either get the alcohol now. Okay. Look at this. Look at what you got a dog on your lap. Huh?
I'm just wondering why the game hasn't started yet.
Why are you complaining about? You didn't even show up till 8 minutes late. Huh?
I think you might think I'm more tired. You might think I'm more tired than I actually am.
Ask the stream. What's the stream got to
Derek
say?
says he loves the shirt. Thank you. Yeah, it's the St. Patrick's Day
Yeah.
shirt. I got this a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Irish Explorer approves of the shirt. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
All right. We got to get a second camera so we could have Donna and Leia in the corner. Have a second corner.
They're doing the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to the hats and caps for the singing of the national anthems. Despite the recent events, we ask, in the spirit of this great game that unites everyone, that you kindly respect the Canadian and U.S. anthems and the players representing each country. Veuillez accueillir Alexandre Sylvestre, accompagné alors par Pierre Bigot. Please welcome Alexandre Sylvestre.
Craig says, does Sparky show up the way he generally does versus the Habs?
I hope so. What? Oh, hell no.
It just cut out.
Did anybody else's Fubo just die? What the hell? What's the chat? Is the chat saying anything?
No, Kate says, "Oh man, give old Bob a rest for frig's sakes."
We got a game tomorrow.
iDog says, "Anyone see that Penguins Devils game? That was crazy."
What the hell? What are we doing here?
Lil J says, "Having streaming issues tonight."
For real.
Cody says, "Kyle haircut looking good. Thanks." Yeah, he cut my hair recently. Let me try.
What the hell, man?
I'll try re-entering.
It just died.
Okay, now I'm trying to re-enter. Waiting for the thing to load. Roger says, "Hello from Wallace, Nova Scotia."
Hey, bud. Okay.
Corey says, "I don't have the NHL channel, you guys. We're my play-by-play."
No, as long as the TV don't do that again, we'll be fine.
Hungry Xenomorph says, "Hello." So yeah, Bob is starting for the Panthers tonight. Yeah. And then Sam Montembeault, who is at a 900 save percentage.
So this is the Montreal's home.
Yeah, this is at Montreal.
Right.
All right, Panthers control the puck. Seth Jones sends up ahead. Barkov and Ryan for Hagee. For Hagee, tried to work the puck in. Oh. Roger says this should be a win for the Panthers.
Uh-oh.
Bob makes the save.
Like Bubba.
So the Canadiens are only 1 point out of a playoff spot, so they're not going to go down without a fight.
No.
With how the Eastern Conference is, almost anyone could make the playoffs except for the Sabres.
Yeah, that's about it.
Even the Penguins are only 4 points out of a playoff spot.
Jeez.
The Penguins. Roger is watching the Leafs game. Spaceman Sports says, hello, everyone, and to Habs fans, bonjour. Pelechka says, I love how opposing teams are giving it their all, and our juggernaut of a team is like, meh, whatever.
Man, whatever.
Hello, Timmy.
There we go.
All right.
Samoskevich. Come on, dude. Come on, man.
Betty says, hello, everyone. Let's go, Cats.
Like, it's your job to know how to say the players' names.
You know, both these teams are playing so well, but just watching Montreal come out of their end, their passing is sharp, good decisions at the blue lines, getting the puck deep, Florida have to come 200 feet through.
Oh, it's going to be a long night if we don't win this game. I can tell you that right now with the announcers.
Hey, Rosado. Rosado says, boys, I am cooked.
What'd you do now? Did you get a girlfriend, Rosado? Huh?
Rosado is saying she has a boyfriend.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. That sucks. You're cooked. Don't worry, Rosado. If you come to the wedding, we'll let Donna save a dance for you.
Beck says, what's up, my dudes? We be pirates tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks to Austin. We get to watch this on Fubo.
Thank you, Austin. I never put my hat back on. Nobody told me to put my hat back on. How am I supposed to know what to do if nobody tells me what to do? Hey, isn't that the girlfriend's job?
The Sabres apparently had a game-tying goal with 14 seconds left in the third and proceeded to beat the Golden Knights in the shootout.
Wow. They're making their playoff run.
The Penguins beat the Devils 7-3. Good God.
Jeez, are we just going to have a shooting gallery here? Let's go. All right, well, at least he got Gadjevich's name right.
This is for Hagee trying to cross the blue line. He does. Dumps in. The Canadiens will most likely recover the puck, and it's a turnover. Mikola.
Oh,
man, for Hagee.
Damn,
refuses to score.
How do you not score there? This guy is broken. Seriously, somebody hide his blue chews.
I think
Verhaeghe is clearly getting laid too well, and he needs a reminder of what it's like to be aggravated and pissed off again.
Right up front as he walks out, tries to go short side upstairs on Bobrovsky, and then the Montreal Canadiens come around the net. They make a pass.
Alechka says Cats are having a regular game, and I'm okay with it. Preserve your energy, boys.
Yep.
We got bigger aspirations.
Yes, every shift we can take towards the end of the season here that we don't hit anybody, I'm fine with it.
Hot Dog says, will Barkov be a Hall of Famer?
I believe so. Yeah.
Just the pace of the game is really good. Passing's been really good so far. Anderson is an effective.
Oh! Thank you, refs. They always let Kulikov get away with stuff.
Montembeau able to send it up ahead. Okay.
Wait, what's the penalty there?
Fight.
Must be the makeup call
fight.
and the Kulikov non-call?
Timmy says, honestly, the Cats got to wake up.
What was the call?
Olechka says, guys, I don't think I've loved the team more than these Panthers. Thank you, Zito. Thank you, Pomo.
Amen. So where's the call? That little slash, they're calling that? That's weak, dude.
Well, the Capitals, did they beat the Sharks? Or it looks like they're winning 5-1 in the third period. Is that game still going?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Canadiens are on the power play. Rosado says, Jaws, thanks for your men's channel. You have no idea how much I have retained from that.
I appreciate that, buddy. You'll find the right one, bud. Trust me, I know. Just don't take 53 years like I did.
Wow, that was close.
Oh.
That's the second time.
Yeah, he's done it again. Son of a bitch, Bob.
Well,
I know. I'm just giving him shit.
Yeah, this game is going to be fun.
Good grief.
So the Canadiens take the lead. Hey, they actually... You didn't have to lift in the first 5 minutes. It took 5 minutes and 15 seconds for the Canadiens to score. That counts.
Yeah.
Come on.
X-Fresh says, I'm not even mad at Mackie. That was dangerous. All right, so Olechka, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Olechka. Thank you, and there it goes again.
Thank you for the 5, Olechka. Says thank you, Jaws and Kyle.
Kyle, when that happens, just back out and go back in. I don't know, it didn't save itself last time. Look out, baby girl. You gotta let me lift now. Come on. Oh shit!
Is the Fiend Fournetted in?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, okay.
Get up there.
I don't know why it's doing that.
All right, so
Yeah.
Canadiens in the neutral zone.
Nice to see you.
Thanks again, Olechka, for the 5. X-Fresh thinks Greer is going to get in a goal tonight or Gadjo.
How's that extra weight working?
I know what's on there. Well, I added 10s instead of 5s. So I wasn't thinking.
Kulikov trying to work the puck.
Hopefully, we don't allow a lot of goals.
So Reinhardt with the puck. He tries to get it over to Barkov. Back to the Mikkel at the point.
Yeah.
Saved by Montembeault. Barkov with the puck. Has it taken away. Reinhardt working for it. Now Barkov has it again. For Hagee. Tried to throw the puck to Reinhardt. Hello, Austin.
Damn.
Montembeault with the save. Spaceman Sports says we should get rid of Ektrash this off season. Tony says Ovechkin scored the 5th goal for the Capitals tonight, 5-1. So he scored again.
I guess that's 8.
Marines are made for this. Made for the calling only warriors can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our nation and the strength that comes from the determination.
All right, so
Together.
Jacob says I could totally see a Barkov goal tonight. Barkov usually excels against Montreal.
You become one.
Have you heard? Someone's not a dirty
Okay.
anymore. Introducing Poppy. It's the iconic, refreshing flavor you crave, but with 3 grams of sugar.
He went and turned off the computers again.
Yeah, hopefully. And I don't think it's us because the stream has been fine. The only device we have any of these issues on is the TV.
I'm very excited for today's production. It's going to be 4 left. Anybody hungry? So does he like work here?
Metallic says nobody scouted Montreal's power play, I guess.
Hold on. Okay. All right.
The power play has always been in his wheelhouse. We mentioned 13 power play goals this year. He loves that sweet spot on the ice, and he doesn't miss it.
Winterfell says no matter how many goals Ovi makes, he will never be Gretzky.
Well, different players, different era, different players.
Kate says never take Montreal lightly. This is why. The last Barkov point versus Montreal was over 10 months ago.
Huh.
All right, so the Panthers dump in. Sam Miskevich with the hit.
Excuse me, that's Samoskevich.
A Mercs fan says, hi, Kyle. Hi, Jaws.
Offside.
And the Canadiens are offsides.
Okay.
You gonna make it?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
So 12-14 to go in the first. The Canadiens are currently on a 3-game home win streak.
Harvard Jacki will tough it in. Bobrovsky stops it back with a good play off the Schmidt. Up for Gaffney. They're
Balinskis with the puck. Circles back around.
Ah,
Greer's shot is blocked. We have to, I think we go for the change. Austin, yeah, we're watching on Fubo. Thanks
thank you,
again.
bud.
All right, so the Panthers control the puck.
Oh, terrible giveaway.
Terrible giveaway. And they gave
Give
it
it
right
right back.
Oh,
Oh.
man, Reinhardt sent that puck all the way, but it went all the way past both for Hagee and Seth Jones. X-Fresh says, I think Uwe Spalinskis should be on the fourth line when Ekblad comes back.
Damn it, come on.
Let's see.
Oh,
We tried to cycle and the puck went past Greer, so it goes back to Mustarainen and Boquist. That puck goes out of play. Tony Rayan says Patrick Laine shoots like Ovechkin.
yeah. Oh, here we go again. Just back out and go in. I don't know what the hell is going on.
So yeah, Fubo is just deciding to randomly cut.
Yeah, it just keeps cutting. Come on, man.
It
Great.
looks like we're going on the penalty kill again. So Bennett's high sticks Dvorak.
Yeah.
Pregame with the players before the pucks drop. NHL Now, weekdays 5 Eastern on NHL Network.
Challenges are our greatest opportunities.
Brett says, I can't even find a Pirates site to stream it. Fubo won't take my cards. Hello. Hello, Seth Messersmith. Kate says, no need to worry. Our Panthers will fully show up when the playoffs start and everyone is back.
Yeah.
BetMGM's got your back. Get your welcome offer and play with the sportsbook born in Vegas. Holiday seats.
Oh my God. Just back out, Kyle.
Of course,
There's nothing else having any problems. It's just Fubo.
Peter Jakubik says hello from Slovakia.
Oh, very
Wow.
cool.
Goat Slayer says, happy birthday again, Kyle. Hope you had a good day yesterday and you get some birthday ice cream today during the game. Go Cats, go.
Well, tell where you go.
I got birthday Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to Donna. Thank you, Donna.
You're welcome.
Let's hope.
All right, so the Canadiens once again are on the power play. We get the clear. Timmy says better kill this off. We're still overdue
Yeah.
for another shorthanded goal. Colin says, what happened to Lundell? What do you mean, what happened to Lundell? Did something happen to Lundell? Tony says to tell your dad what's going on is most teams trying to get in the playoff spots. No, they will not go on a run because they are just trying to make the playoffs, so don't worry.
Yeah, no, not worried at all. I'm just worried about this Fubo keeps crashing on us. It's unwatchable at this point.
Just waiting for the feed to load. Yeah, Austin, try logging off. Maybe that's what's causing the issues.
What's happening?
He's watching the game too on his Fubo.
That shouldn't really be a problem, though. We've done that before, right?
Collins says, I saw a tweet about Lundell being in the locker room with a trainer. And I
Oh.
guess it wasn't anything important.
And they score.
New
This
hooks.
is going on. This is just like the Boston game.
Mm-hmm. So what happens here? So, yeah, where is the interference call?
Yeah, that was a pick for sure at the top. It's about goalie interference?
I think so. That's what the chat was asking about.
Austin said his sister was using it too.
Oh. I see. So that might have been the problem.
He said he thinks when like 3 people are using it, so.
Okay. Challenging it.
So we challenged a goal for once.
I don't really want to lift.
Timmy says, I don't want to be negative, but they seriously need to wake up and start playing cat style and need the refs to be fair.
Let's see.
What do you think?
He definitely bumps into him. And he goes into the crease on his own. Remember that call?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Does he hit him at all? If his stick hits his, I mean, that's. Oh, yeah. He loses his stick.
Hey!
Hey, we got a call.
Yay!
Hey, Donnie, you can never leave.
Okay.
All right, Donna's never leaving. Send money quick.
All right, so it's still just a 1-0 deficit.
Suck it, Habs.
Now, can the Panthers use that momentum? Maybe we'll get a shorthanded goal now.
Yeah, we still got it. Yeah, exactly.
Florida man says, "Go Cats, go!" We get the clear, and of course, the Montreal crowd is booing.
Yeah,
All right.
we need to pick it up though here.
Okay, we get the clear. So we are at 7:50 to go. The power play just ended for Montreal.
What?
Bob,
Bob!
what were you doing there?
Oh my God, we're playing horrible.
Oh,
Tripping on the circle.
Crew says, "Great to be here with you guys. I'm finally home
Hey,
and
bud.
off for a game with DD and Flying Fluffy Hockey."
Very cool, bud. Donna's here as well.
True,
She's just being quiet.
the Habs won't.
She doesn't want to wake up Leia.
The Habs won't be able to play like this for 3 periods.
Boy, they are just all over us.
Okay, Forsling.
Oh my
What
God!
was that play, Forsling? Now, Samaskevich.
Yeah, please.
Just get the puck out. Bennett stumps in.
Did they say Lundell came back? There he is. Okay.
Yeah. Austin says if it still acts up, I can kick my sister off. She can watch wrestling later.
Well, so far we're so good. Right now, it's whatever's changed in the last 5 minutes. And it immediately does it while I'm saying that. Oh my goodness. Literally in the middle of saying it, and it kicked us off. I should just keep my mouth shut. Yeah.
oh. Rainbow tape on a stick. Okay.
For Hagee with another
another
great
miss.
chance. 5:46 to go in the first.
Experience a new reality of off-ice hockey with NHL Sense Arena 25.
RBJ says I hate the NHL Network games.
Yeah, I like our Randy and goalie guys.
With modes for goalies and players, get unlimited access to hundreds of drills, training plans, and more. Get more ice
Tampa Bay and the Bruins are tied at 1.
any space and any schedule. Train small.
You've got to be joking me. Can't the games just be on DirecTV? The Hurricanes are up 2-0 against the Flyers.
I've seen better. That's cute.
Drew says, I found out it's all my channels glitching and Xfinity will never answer the damn phone.
Ugh.
In my day, backhands were cool. Now,
Well, you just don't get anywhere, and you certainly don't make the playoffs unless you get great goaltending. We're talking about Montreal, how he's been after the Four Nations face-off. Talked about it when he first came out of it. Bang on right, but Gomez has made a huge difference coming in here too. You got both your goaltenders with a 900 save percentage plus. That's a big deal.
All right, so Panthers control the puck. Barkov to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe tries to pass to Barkov or Reinhart. Seth Jones sends it towards the net. Reinhart held the puck in. Now it's Barkov tried to pass to Verhaeghe. And the Sens clear. But it will be icing against the Sens with 5:19 to go in the first. The highest save percentages since Four Nations face-off. Hellebuyck 940.
Jeez.
Bob 934. Fazzy 925. Montembeau 924. And Dustin Wolf 923. Kulikov, buddy. There we
It's been
go.
a busy first period.
Samoskevich dumps
Hey,
in.
he got his name right. Somebody must have corrected him.
Kulikov.
Where's the puck?
Oh no,
shit.
it's a on-man rush.
Okay, good. He missed.
And thankfully the Canadiens player missed.
Man, just get the pucks deep, guys.
Four and a half to go. Shots are tied at 4. Shadow Wolf says, I didn't know we were
Another
playing.
terrible giveaway.
I didn't know we were playing the Senators.
Good Lord.
Jacob says Jaws is not loving these cross-ice passes.
No.
Canadiens control the puck. Carrier fanned on the shot attempt, so he has the pass. Oh, you got to be kidding me. We are playing a terrible. The Panthers won't stop turning over the puck. Watch this. Barkov missed that pass to Seth Jones, or Seth Jones just could not collect that puck, and it turns into.
I mean, we are just not mentally engaged in this game. Watch Forsling on this play. Well, you can't see him from there. We are just not.
Schmidt shot blocked. So that was Caulfield with the goal. Your local Panthers fan says, yeah, I'm turning this off. It's honestly not worth the rage. So I think you have to go lift.
You're an asshole.
Sorry, I literally did not make those rules.
Oh.
Jacob says we could be looking to do what Boston did to us a few games ago.
What do you say, babe?
I said, I'm about to go take a nap. This sucks. I can't watch this.
Oh wow, that was nearly goal number 3 for the Canadiens. Okay, so the Canadiens send it out themselves. Thank you. Your local Panthers fan says, time to pull a Seattle Kraken type game. If you know, you know.
It's all Ekblad's fault.
Yeah, exactly. Completely agree.
All right, so puck once again rolls out of the zone.
Don't hurt yourself, though.
Montembeault makes the save.
The kid looks like 16 years old.
.134 to go in the first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up. I'm not going to take off my shoes. I'm going to be yelling at the camera in a minute and a half.
Strafossi says getting outscored 6-0 against this team really pisses me off. Yeah, between the two games combined, we've played against the Habs this year.
We just don't have the desire to match their energy.
All right. For Hagee with the puck. Florida man says, when is Marchand going to debut? Hate him or love him, it's going to be good.
I don't think he's coming until maybe like the last week of the season. I mean, there's only a few weeks left anyway. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Don't do anything stupid here, guys.
Reinhardt with the puck. Colin says bad first period equals good second period. Trust.
I mean, at 1-0, it was tolerable, but honestly, oh geez, what are we doing?
This is we're lucky that we're not losing 3-0.
Yeah.
Oh, I
we're gonna have a
guess
face off with 1 second left.
Lil Rocket thinks Panthers will come back in the thirds. Metallic Coaster says this is one of the top 3 worst periods of the year. No effort at all.
Great reflexes. Real solid first period for Montreal Canadiens here at home on a Saturday at the Bell Center.
Strafossi thinks we'll lose 5-1 the way we're playing.
4 periods of play against
That's an exaggeration. Where are we going to get the one from?
That is the end of the first. iDog says maybe their new strategy is don't try in the first, play well in the second, lock it down in the third. All right, that's the end of the. That is the end of the first, and we are already losing 2-0. So let's see. The Penguins. The Capitals beat the Sharks 5-1, and Ovi scored his 887th goal. Now he's just 8 away from the NHL record. Penguins beat the Devils 7-3. The Sabres came back to win 4-3 in the shootout against the Golden Knights. The Rangers with the early 1-0 leads against the Blue Jackets at the start of the second period. The Hurricanes with a 2-0 lead over the Flyers at the end of the first. The Sens and Maple Leafs are tied at 0 at the end of the first. The Bruins and Lightning are tied at 1 at the end of the first. Dun, 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 dun.
It will always bring us together. It might even surprise us. More often,
Florida Man says that was torture. Robert Siukas asks, did you hear about how crazy the Vegas and Buffalo game ended? Yeah. The Sabres scored the game-tying goal with like 14 seconds left.
All the kinds you need for prices you love. eBay. Things people love. Boom, baby.
Manny, who I assume is a Canadiens fan, says we really struggled against the Cats when Montour was there. Don't know why, but Montour goes Super Saiyan mode when playing against the Habs. No, this is not Guinness. This is root beer. Last goal versus Habs by Florida was April 2nd, 2024. Last Florida win versus Habs was February 29th, 2024. Vegas had the empty nets and decided to pass it, only to have the pass intercepted and it turned into the Sabres tying goal.
Presented by Rogers. It's to the point, by the way. Ovechkin has scored in his game today. So April 12th now against Columbus, he started it, surpassed Wayne Gretzky. Luke Gasix in for Kevin Bieksa, Kelly Rudy, Jennifer Botterill, and the reconfigured Matthews line. Luke looks good.
Well, it's all anybody's been talking about Toronto this weekend, this season, man. Exactly as Matthews, and they've recreated.
So apparently, Vegas had the. Wait a minute, Robert. Why would Vegas have had the empty nets if the game, if they were winning? That makes.
Here you go. Read the list. Matthew goes one time.
Oh, are you saying that Vegas had the Sabres empty net right in front of them and they decided to pass the puck, and it was intercepted, and it turned into the tying goal by the Sabres. That's how the Sabres made it to overtime and then won in the shootout. And Fubo cut out again. What is wrong with you, Fubo? You're supposed to be better than ESPN Plus, not cut out like ESPN Plus. What the hell happened in that Penguins Devils game? The Penguins just blew it up at the deadline, and they've won 4 straights. Let me see. Is that correct?
Okay, so Ron, in the pregame, you asked me about
Yeah, the Penguins have won 4 in a row now and are just. Give me a second. They are just 4 points out of a playoff spot. My God, the Eastern Conference is going to be a bloodbath.
So this is the 9th time he's been making these consecutive starts. In the second game, his save percentage is .934, goals against .192. So he can certainly handle that workload. I think this is a good start. I suspect now we'll start to see a little bit more of him, and he's looked really good in the first.
Was it a penalty on Austin Matthews? Anybody?
I thought it was interference.
I thought so too. I thought it was a little bit of interference. That he should.
For Connor Bedard's sake, he's watching for the nightcap games. I'm sure he would think that's a penalty and wonder why. All right, Montreal, let's flip over the match.
Yeah, Sean McKenzie showed that board with
The Hurricanes have apparently won 6 in a row, and the Sens have won 5 in a row.
This was in the first minute alone. They had a great chance, working the puck around, great on the forecheck, and creating a lot of problems for Florida. Watch this play by Slavkovsky. Makes a little backhand pass to Caulfield. Good save. This is a very net shift, so Suzuki's going to come from behind the net. Hopefully, you go high short side, and then later in the period, Caulfield is going to score to make it 2-0. But, I go back to Tuesday's game in Vancouver, and they beat Vancouver 4-2. Rick Tockett said post-game, we had no...
JC says, hello, where is the game being streamed? It's on Fubo and Sleen. It's on NHL Network tonight, so it will be on Fubo or Sleen. It also will probably be on TV. Chris says, are we getting our ass kicked? Yeah. We won't stop turning the puck over. Robert says that Golden Knights gaff is almost as bad as the Patrick Stefan empty net miss. Would I extend Marchand 3 years, $6 million? How about we wait until he's actually started playing for us and find out how well it goes.
Slavkovsky, they're calling him Peter Mahovlich. That's the comparison they're drawing now. So, big rangy guy, and he's playing some great hockey. You want in on that at all, gentlemen?
Oh, no.
The LA Kings are doing a collab with Tupac Shakur. It looks really nice from the post that the Kings did.
So, look, the Ottawa Valley Pembroke is about 150 kilometers.
Fubo, why? Can't you work with us, Fubo?
There isn't a circle of life in the Pembroke area that he's not connected with. Every 100 years or so, JB, Pembroke peach comes along, and that is you, the sweetest statesman.
Wayne Gretzky. Who's Wayne Gretzky? He was accepted into the Hall of Fame. That's nice. But with Discover, I get accepted basically anywhere. Oh, I got it, Dwayne Jetski. Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
So yeah, the Panthers will need to quickly turn it around if they want to have a chance of winning this game. Florida man says if Marchand plays well, I'd do 3 times 6.
No, use this. How's that?
So what do we think? How many more giveaways are the Panthers going to? God damn it, Fubo. Why did it get even worse with the turning off during the intermission? Well, I'll give it a couple minutes to see if it turns itself back on.
You're coming. Oh, we coming.
Huh.
Searching for the perfect underwear? Tommy John combines innovation and excellence in every pair. Available in multi-packs, Tommy John's breathable second skin underwear is even softer than cotton, with up to 4 times the stretch of competing brands. You've also crafted indulgently soft second skin sleepwear for him and her for luxurious evenings and mornings. Invest in your comfort worry-free. If you don't love your first purchase, we'll make it right. Because if you dress to the nines, your underwear should be a 10. Go to TommyJohn.com and get 25% off your first order.
Robert Zekas says the marketing for Marchand in Florida will make up for any cash lost in the $3 by $6 million contract. He is king of the Reds.
All right. So we'll come back with number 7-2, right?
Boom, baby.
Is Vanacek playing? No. It's Bob. Who are we playing tomorrow? Vanacek will most likely be starting against our opponent tomorrow.
Nothing like it. Got my house hay dudes and I got my fish hay dudes. So either one I decide to put on, I'm going to do something like today. Catch every gun, catch and go. Every seismic save, plus reacts from our experts on the fly after the game on NHL Network.
Back with line change presented by
The Islanders are our opponent tomorrow. But that's another team that's just 4 points out of the playoffs.
Vancouver's won 9 in a row against Connor Bedard and the Vancouver Canucks. That's our night game tonight. On Hockey Night in Canada, the Washington Capitals mentioned Rovia scored again. And there it is. And so he now has a chance on April 12th, based on pace, to eclipse the Gretzky record. By the way, Georgi Romanov, the goalie, is the 182nd victim of OVs. All right, line change presented by Sports Interaction. I'm sitting with shortstop Jennifer Botterill, third base.
Derek says the Flyers have the worst goalie tandem in the league.
At a Jays game, Luke May, the catcher for the Jays that day.
Well, yeah, everything just sort of came undone for the Flyers after you know what happened with Carter Hart. Derek says, imagine if we had a combo of Bob and Stolars. Oh, wait.
To purchase your tickets and see full promotions, visit bluejays.com.
Even Lion and Mrazek.
The game you're enjoying from Toronto and Montreal is on Hockey Night in Canada next.
Hurricanes are now winning 3-0 against the Flyers.
Shopping online comes with digital threats, so turn on NordVPN and encrypt your online traffic. Get 72% off NordVPN and up to 1 year for free.
I think the game will be coming back on after this commercial.
We take them on. We make our most extraordinary dreams real. Introducing the most capable Honda you've ever dreamt of. The all-new Passport Trail Sport. Built from limitless determination.
I get that. It's just maybe that's the best time.
You all right?
I'm tired. It's the only time to walk in slow motion.
You know, body is sore from the kayaking.
Yeah. I know I did all that kayaking because I enjoyed the phantom floating on water.
Yes.
Floating on water while I was laying in bed.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah. If I've been in a kayak for a long time, when I go to bed, it feels like I'm still rocking and moving as though I were in the kayak.
Your car can be done for under $20 and in less than 30 minutes. Fix your plumbing and weather headlights with Cerakote's #1 best-selling ceramic headlight restoration kit in just 3 easy steps and without power tools. Just wipe, sand, and apply. It's that easy. Cerakote restores and protects, and for as long as you own your vehicle, it's guaranteed. You can trust Cerakote.
There it goes again.
I had actually waited a few seconds the last time this happened, and it came back. But I'll back out because we're about to.
I mean, I don't understand why it's happening.
It has to be a problem on Fubo's end, unless the internet connection is just that bad.
Yeah, but nothing else is giving us a problem. Like we're not even getting even a little warning on the, you know what I mean, of a low connection. It's not making any sense.
And now we have to sit and wait for Fubo to cooperate.
13 assists away from passing Larry Bird. That's the NHL record. That's 60 assists for Larry Bird back in 1981.
Here we go. So the second period's about to start.
Well, you like this. 48 assists today, as I mentioned. Brian Leach, the 88-89 season, and Ray Bork in the 79-80 season.
So Ovi's just 8 goals away. He scores tonight. So if he keeps up his current pace, he'll pass Gretzky on that April 12th game against Columbus.
Oh, come on.
Patrick O'Neill says this is why all games should be on ESPN Plus.
Is anybody else having this problem? It's beginning to wonder if it's the TV. Like, I wonder if I did the same thing. You know what I was getting ready to say?
What?
Just get the game going. I'm going to try to do this on a laptop. And see if I can pull this off. If it's the TV that's giving us the problems. It's just not even coming back.
It's taking a long time to come back, is what it is. Nylander scored a highlight reel goal, 1-0 Leafs.
Let's switch it to the Wi-Fi and see what happens, okay?
Okay.
It can't get worse. Now let me come here and log in with his stuff and see if it's just not coming back.
Let me try again. I mean,
I know
this is goddamn ridiculous.
I never. We've never. I just don't know what to do, Kyle. I'm just so over it.
So we're trying to get the game back on, so we can actually cover it for you, good people. For whatever reason, Fubo, it's either Fubo or this TV just won't cooperate. Okay, well, we've got, let's see how long Fubo lasts for now.
Right. It's already buffering.
It's already buffering.
Right. Okay, so that tells me that
4-0 Canes. Stankoven with the goal.
But it's the only device giving us this problem is the TV.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's just the only device giving us this problem is the TV. So let me try to log in here. Which one are we?
Austin.
Okay.
All right, so. Okay. Just let me know when it's
up
on HDMI 1.
Yeah, we didn't change anything.
Okay. No goal offside. Still 3-0 Canes. Let's see. Here we go. HDMI 1. Come on. Go over to HDMI 1. There we go. Oh, I don't think I had it pointed in the right direction. Okay.
All right, well, let's see what happens now.
Try moving the mouse away from the bottom.
Oh. Okay. All right, turn it down a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see if this works.
Ottawa and Toronto tied at 1. So we got the game. We got the game back.
Try it this way.
Let's see. for Hagee. Samoskevich.
Hey! All right! Samoskevich!
All right.
Yes, there we go.
Beautiful.
Samoskevich is the new Verhage. Beautiful.
All right, so the Panthers cut the deficit in half. Well, that was a great play by Samoskevich. Yes, Samo scored for Jaws.
Yeah, exactly.
TKD says Mackey is a beast. Ghost Slayer says every goal Samo makes is for Jaws. Metallic says a 5-on-5 goal. I don't believe my eyes. Hey John, thank you for the 2.
Thank you, John. Thank you, buddy.
He says finally 5 periods versus Montreal and we score.
Finally score.
Kulikov sends it wide. So Luosterainen with the puck over to Boquist. Kulikov blocked. Schmidt sends it back behind the net. Oh, man! Lundell was so close. He was right there in front of the net if he had just gotten the puck on his stick. True says, damn, I was resetting my cable. I missed Jaws' reaction to Samos' goal. All right, so Bob stops the puck. 15:09 to go in the second. So the Panthers no longer look so terrible.
Yeah.
Those are a lot of points you're going to add up in that time frame, which they've done. And they don't even have the sandpaper of Kachuk or Marchand in their lineup. Or
so James says, still terrible, just less terrible. Let's see. Sturm with the puck. He dumps in. Tampa Bay now takes the 3-1 lead. A great defensive play by Forsling. So, tied at 1 between the Sens and Leafs.
Oh, shit.
Bob makes the save. Now Greer with the puck. He will just choose to dump it in. Tony says, hey, Kyle, my TV is ahead of yours, so I will let you know before you and your dad cheer to help your emotions. Well, we wouldn't want spoilers.
Yeah, we definitely don't want spoilers.
All right.
Okay.
Panthers dump in. Reinhardt might be able to reach that, or Barkov. Belinskas tried to pass it back behind the net. Rodriguez takes a shot. Oh, that puck is loose. Barkov had gloved it down, but was unable to keep it in. Leafs winning 2-1 now. All right, so Rodriguez dumps in, goes for the change. Bob sends it back to the corner. Cleared for Hagee, dumps in. Bennett with the puck now. He's in the corner. Samoskevich with a great move, but can't hang on to the puck. Now Schmidt will have to grab the puck. Good stretch pass. Bennett, can you get it to Verhaeghe?
Get it.
Damn it. And it goes out of the zone. Verhaeghe wouldn't have scored anyways.
No, you got to give it to Samoskevich. Oh, geez, what are you doing?
Letting
Just
Bob.
a little bit more urgency, guys.
Why have urgency when Bob can bail us out a gajillion times?
Right.
So we play the Islanders tomorrow,
Yeah.
and we'll be starting Vitek Vanacek, most likely.
Yeah.
Lance Rue says, Jaws, give us some play-by-play. You heard, Lance. Do play-by-play. What's the word with Marshy? I don't think there's official word, but I believe he's supposed to be back by like the last week of the regular season. Will we get Marshy in March? I don't think so.
March.
I'm on his indecision. I thought we were good. Like with home projects, I used to make sure she got so twisted around, she wasn't even sure where to start. But Thumbtack changed her. With all the plans and guides and reminders, Anya's getting stuff done. And I'm getting ghosted.
Indecision doesn't live here. You do. Take care of your home with Thumbtack. Download the app today.
So, Pittsburgh destroyed New Jersey 7-3. The Penguins are on the 4-game win streak and are just 4 points out of a playoff spot.
I know, it's absurd.
Guess what team they're tied with? The Islanders. So the Islanders have a more serious motivation. Like, if I did an Eastern Conference playoff madness video this year, it'd be like 30 minutes long. TKD says, I'm going to be pissed if we ended up paying a second for Marshy to not play at all. He's for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Sunswine says, hey guys, how you doing? Just spent the last 12 hours deep cleaning and painting my garage.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's a lot of work.
Kate says, what happened in New Jersey? Weren't they supposed to be good this year? Injuries. Again. I'm pretty sure alcohol consumption, Jersey side, increased by tenfold after they found out Jack Hughes was done for the season. Is it just for the regular season, though?
He's toast.
He's done for... Yep. Glug, 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 glug.
Exactly.
Yeah. So 11 and they have to go in the second. How's Donna?
She's just taking a nap.
Oh, okay.
You know, she has to get up so early in the mornings to go to work.
Samoskevich. Bennett with the puck. Don't pass it to Verhaeghe. Don't pass it to Verhaeghe. Bennett's tried the wrap around and it almost worked. At least he didn't pass it to Verhaeghe. Bennett, don't do that again. That was almost giving away the puck to a
So did he
Canadiens.
make a change there? Because it looks like they're on ice on purpose.
Sturm. Oh man,
No, it's Bennett.
Sturm.
No, that was Stern. I see. Okay. Because Verhaeghe's been out there with Samoskevich 2 shifts in a row, but I guess it's just the way that did they move Rodriguez?
Tony says a sudden turn of events becomes a 2-2 game between Toronto and Ottawa. I think the Sens might catch Tampa.
Hey,
Bob with the save, or would
good job, Bobo.
would the Panthers rather play Ottawa or Tampa in the first round?
It's like either one.
Trick
man.
question.
Yeah.
That's a trick question.
Probably Ottawa just because of Vasilevsky.
I mean, we already beat the Lightning in the first rounds last year.
Right. But they're a better team this year.
You do have to factor in the additions of Yanni Gord and Bjork's
Well,
the
the
strength.
difference with Gensel versus Stamkos is big too. Oh, he hit the post.
Post.
Some good scoring chances. On one end, it's Bennett trying the wraparound as he comes around.
Colin says, who knows who will get third place in the Atlantic. Rosaldo says, raise your hand if you don't want to play Tampa round 1.
Well, I mean, either way, I'd rather not, but
We're sleepover experts. Pizza.
either way,
Skincare.
we're playing Tampa at some point because I don't think Toronto's going to beat Tampa.
Searching for the perfect underwear. Tommy John combines
iDog says, damn, Jones was so close.
Yeah, that would have tied the game, man.
Second skin underwear is even softer than cotton, with up to 4 times the strength of
Hungry Xenomorph says, Ottawa's not that much better of a matchup, though.
Well, no, that's what I mean. It's just they don't have a Vasilevsky.
First purchase. We'll make it right, because if you dress to the nines, your underwear should be a 10. Go to TommyJohn.com
Goat Slayer
and get
says,
5% off your first order.
as a Cats and Leafs fan, I'd like to see the Battle of Florida versus the Battle of Ontario. Let the Kachucks or the Leafs face the Cats in the second round. I'd rather Tampa in the first. Ottawa does have an old mark.
Yeah, but we know we've played well against them before.
Austin says Jaws is haunted by 2022 Game 4 still.
A little bit.
Tony says, wouldn't it be fun if the Oilers got back to the final and the Panthers met Ottawa in the first round? The Oilers in the finals. Again, talk about a lot of Canada travel.
Yeah. That's the only difference between playing, you play Tampa, there's a lot less travel.
Hot Dog says, time to tie it up. Forsling able to keep that puck away from Montreal. Barkov. Oh, Seth Jones! I thought he scored. Man, I thought I saw that puck going in.
I know.
Florida Man says, when are we getting Brady again? Sunspoint says, I'm more worried of Tampa in the second round. I'm more worried of Tampa in second round than first round. If they get past first round, they will get hot. Cohen says Seth Jones pulled a Nick Cousins.
Yeah. What a terrible giveaway.
And we get bailed
Kulikov.
out. Kulikov, stop that.
Jeez.
Ghost Slayer thinks this is a different Leafs team with Stolars, Woll, and the new coach. I don't want them fresh in the playoffs. Marner and Matthews are clutch players, and Tavares scores when you don't expect it. Bob with the save.
Yes. Yeah, they've got Verhaeghe out there with Bennett and Samoskevich instead of Rodriguez. Did Rodriguez get hurt? Has anybody seen Rodriguez lately?
Sunswine says Maurice said it best. The worse off teams are going to be playing better and desperate.
Right.
Jacob says I might be in the minority, but I think with a healthy Kachuk, Marchand, and Ekblad, it'll give us that extra jump we need to outcompete Tampa in the playoffs. Erod's on top line.
Oh, okay. That's an odd switch.
Let's see. Greer sends it in, and we go for the change. Jacob says, I still say send Marchand after Cooch to get him upset. Lusterine. Jesper Boquist.
Oh, boy.
Lundell got knocked down in front of the net. Oh boy, that was another dangerous.
Here we go. Montreal's back though.
So Lundell just sends it behind the net, and no one is able to reach the puck.
That's icing. Guess not.
No icing. Tony.
Oh, Lusterine.
Tony says Florida Panthers are the champions, so to be the best, you have to beat the best.
Yeah.
There's Rodriguez. Yeah, he's up with Reinhardt and Barkov.
I wonder what that switch was about, Paul.
Hockey can flourish even in the most unexpected places. What people believe, can't stop it. This is hockey. This is hockey. This is hockey. Jamaica, next Saturday noon Eastern on NHL Network.
Florida man says Mackey is scoring again. Book it.
Okay. No argument for me.
Just wipe it on. It's guaranteed for 200 washes. Even dust won't stick to it. Keep your car looking professional. Selling your oxidized, faded trim car? Detailed cars sell for way more than faded cars. Read the thousands of 5-star reviews for yourself.
I was beating Toronto 3-2.
iDog says Carter sucks right now. Put him back on the top line. Jacob says, real question though, could you guys imagine being a Kings fan and for the 4th season in a row, you have to play Edmonton in the first round?
Right.
Edmonton has beat LA all 3 times up until now.
He lives here.
The race for the playoffs is in full force on TNT.
Golden Knights, Red Wings, Stars, Avalanche. Sunday at 12:30 on TNT.
Jackets, Rangers, Islanders, Penguins, Canadiens, Red Wings, Bruins, all within 4 points of each other for the 8th seed. My God. And if you really want to get stupid desperate, you can count the Flyers only 6 points out. I mean, it's just absurd.
Not necessary, says Marchand. Better hope Mellenby doesn't visit the locker room. All right,
All right, let's go. Let's get this game tied before we go to the third period.
TKD says wild card race, especially when compared to the President's Trophy season when all of the teams were locked in by November.
Yeah, right.
Barkov with the puck. Rodriguez whips on his shot and Reinhardt can't get a shot off. Barkov goes behind the nets. Reinhardt will choose to cycle the puck, send it to the corner where Rodriguez falls down. And that is a clear for the Canadiens. Kate says, my buddy was making rat jokes with me while talking about Marchand earlier today. Jacob says, we aren't Detroit fans. Detroit has lost 6 of their last 7 games. Their penalty kill is dead last. And the next 5 games are against Washington, Vegas, twice, Utah, and Colorado.
Good Lord.
Utah, the hockey club, they had a golden opportunity to actually make way in that playoff race after the Flames lost.
Right.
And you know what Utah did? They lost to the Kraken. Yeah. Metallic says the top line has been completely useless the last few games. Drew says Habs are running out of gas. We should own the third period. Utah's new name should be decided by next season. Lundell. The Preds lost to the Ducks somehow.
Schmidt, just get it out, man. Jeez. Good thing the forwards came back and saved them.
Lundell sends it back behind the net. Simon says, not down by a goal against the Habs again. It's going to be your Black Beast. Jacob says, how is it possible the Panthers haven't drawn the power play yet?
Oh, they call that icing. Well, you know, we are in Montreal.
Plan your staycation with the TD Aeroplane Visa Infinite Card. Visit TDAeroplane.com. Conditions apply.
to see is now a stretch. There are so many titles that are available. There are teams that, 4 teams in the West, 4 or 5 in the East, all scrambling, and then teams trying to win the division. It's going to be an exciting finish to this National Hockey League season. It's gone by so fast that it's been really fun to watch. And who can get themselves in the games. This year's race, especially, so tight.
So the Canadiens had a 3-on-2, but had to circle back. Mikula.
And there's the call. Wait, against us? What?
They're going to call Mikula for that.
Oh, for freaking hell.
Can we get a touch, please? I'd like... There we go. So now we basically have to spend the rest of this period on the penalty kill. Let's see.
What is such a weak call? He closes his arm over the stick.
Mikula, bruh, you don't need to give the refs excuses to call. Again, we are extremely overdue to score a shorthanded goal.
I agree.
Please.
Oh, freaking hell.
Oh,
no.
Shit! Wow, Forsley
Forsley
prevented
saved
the
the
goal.
goal.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Maybe Forsley should be our third goalie. Or our emergency backup goalie.
Right?
Go. Come on. Please.
Oh, well, they were getting off on a change.
Reinhardt. Come on, buddy. Do it. No. Yeah. Come on. Score shorthanded, please. Last minutes to play in the second.
Oh, shit. Oof. Wow, we got to escape this.
So,
Good
Barkov
job,
will
Barkov.
get the puck.
Just hold on to it as long as... Oh, got to go off on a change, I guess.
When you're on the power play against the Panthers, they have got some guys that have got a bunch of short-handed goals.
30 seconds left in the period. 20 seconds left on the power play now. What happens? Nico Sturm went flying over.
Finally, we're going to get a call.
Finally. So we get to spend the rest. There'll be about 16 seconds of 4-on-4, and then we'll finally go on the power play. Simon says BS call. Okay. It's about damn time the Panthers got a power play. Florida man says, how is it not 3-1? So it's now 3-2 Sens over the Leafs. All right. Canadiens win the face-off. And they'll probably just try to hang on to the puck for as long as possible. Okay, so Forsley, come on, do it! Oh man, that went high and out of play. So our power play is 10th in the league at 24.1, and the Canadiens' PK is 10th in the league with an 81.3. Simon says, I predict right now Habs will lead by a goal with 3 minutes to play in the third, and you're going to get a power play.
Take the shot.
Oh, damn it.
All right.
Well,
all right.
Adonis says, I can't watch the game, but how do they look?
Better in the second period than we did in the first.
Yeah, let's pretend that first period didn't happen, because that first period was a disaster. Second period was not a disaster. So we cut the deficit in half. It's now 2-1 Canadiens headed into the third period.
Redesigned from top to bottom, it truly stands alone. Now you can walk easier down whatever path you choose. Move forward with confidence.
So the Lightning are beating the Bruins 4-1 at the end of the second. Sens are beating the Maple Leafs 3-2 at the end of the second. The Hurricanes destroying the Flyers 4-0 at the end of the second. Rangers with a 2-0 lead over the Blue Jackets early in the third. The Blues have a 1-0 lead over the Wild at the end of the first. Kings and Preds tied at 0 at the end of the first. And yeah, Golden Knights lost in the shootout to Buffalo 4-3. Penguins beat the Devils 7-3. And Capitals beat Sharks 5-1 with Ovi now just 8 goals away from the record.
Order right now and your shipping is free. Copperfit, feel the difference.
Y'all take representing Canada very seriously.
It's all about attitude. We need that American swag.
Just excited to put on the big crowd and do whatever it takes.
Having the best place to win.
Let's see.
Oh, pizza!
We're trapped by dishes.
Don't worry, they've got new Dawn power sets. He'll power through this whole pile with ease.
Florida Man says disaster is being nice. For that first period, I agree.
Clean and stacked. Like ducks in a row.
Good one.
New Dawn power sets, the better grease getter. Looks like it's frying time, huh?
Dr. Garcia?
Drink.
Yeah, just rinse the suds out of this feed. And
So I guess the
water,
problem
please.
is, however, the TV is handling shit.
So I can stop cavities before they stop.
The #1 toothpaste brand in America. For even more protection, use with Crest Pro Health mouthwash. Crest.
Well, Austin, it's been completely fine since we plugged in the HDMI cord from our laptop to the TV and broadcast the game from the laptop onto the TV screen. So this is, Kyle, would you like to see Inside Out in the former Wonders of Life Pavilion Epcot? I mean,
If you didn't tell me, I'd still be guessing. I wouldn't be here right
if they actually wanted to bring back a pavilion themed around health and wellness at this current time in history, Disney would only let that plan go through if an IP like Inside Out was attached to it. Thank you.
Yep. And the Panthers. Again, I don't want to handicap it, don't want to say one way or the other, but they are trying.
Apparently, the Panthers are going to restart contract talks with Bennett.
Okay.
Without having been official when the podcast dropped. So the junior meetings, the state of the game, this is big in Florida this week. Yes, so the junior meetings are there, and we'll talk about those in a second. But also, the various stakeholders of the North American Junior Leagues are going to meet with the NHL as well next week in Florida. It's not the first time. Apparently, there's been a few meetings between the NHL and these various leagues. And the goal here is to obviously reset the junior market or the development market in North America.
So, do you think the Panthers will be able to come back and win in the third periods? Do you think the Panthers will be able to get this game to overtime?
Part of the CBA, they're going to have to negotiate it with the players. So I think I don't know where this is going to go next week, Ron, if we're going to hear any announcements or anything like that. But the conversations are.
Oh, yeah.
And the leagues, one thing I've heard is that the Canadian hockey leagues have been told just to calm down about expansion a bit. Let's see if we can find something that works for everybody.
Hang on a
second.
second.
What's going to have to be determined with the players is draft rights. Right now, it's 2 out of the CHL, for example, 4 out of the USHL and the NCAA. And I think the goal is for all of that to be equal. How about the GM meetings themselves? So the GM meetings.
So Jesus Sanchez will be out for 4 weeks with an oblique strain for the Marlins. Wow, the Marlins players getting injured. Who could have seen this coming? He suffered an oblique injury.
Coach's challenge is always something that's brought up. After we saw 3-on-3 overtime for more than 5 minutes at the Four Nations.
Kate says, I think our Cats can win. Desperate hockey consumes a lot of energy. Look at Edmonton in the finals. Rosado says, you gotta be kidding.
I think there was one man who said to me, I'd love to see that go back to September because it's too much of a toll on.
Colin says, who's ready for March Madness?
Right, September you start to take on the NFL and the playoffs in baseball are right around the corner. So
Simon thinks the Leafs will win the cup.
Just won with Fairmont Prep, the state championship in California. They're off to the Nationals. They won their first game 11-1.
Hello, time traveler from 1967.
Picks it off and scores that nifty goal. At 6-1, Kevin said, knock off this celebration. You evaluate the selling they came up with. The boys all got together. They won 11-1, 9-1 in the final game, 5-3. And this is what they do. You know, what movie that must be from a movie or something. I don't know. Kevin can explain next week when he comes back for a rare appearance.
Metallic says,
What do you think of it?
3-1 Montreal, we have no comeback ability. Hot Dog says my real name is Matthew Schaefer. Hello, Matthew. Speaking of Matthew, I'm hoping MJ will show up at some point. Matthew J. Evans, one of our biggest supporters, he does make appearances on the noon streams in the chat. Colin says, I would be down for comeback Cats. We all would love to see comeback Cats.
And I'm getting ghosted. Indecision doesn't live here. You do. Take care of your home with Thumbtack. Download the app today.
People said I was crazy to do this. Just a surf coach who wanted to share.
Rosado says, Kyle, now we don't have an outfielder.
I didn't want to blend in, so I created Blenders. Born on the beach, San Diego, now rocking Pride.
Simon says, my favorite scenario will be Ottawa beating Toronto in the playoffs this year.
Don't blend in. Welcome to your new favorite shit.
When you finally decide to take care of you, there's Instacart. Oh, and I need these items printed with our logo by Friday.
Metallic says,
Are you for imprint, sir?
hope the comeback cats show up at some point this year.
Certainty matters. Like the certainty of finding the perfect promo gear for gifting at 4imprint. Exclusive items and quality brands to wow your clients, your customers, and your team. Delivered on time. Go to 4imprint.com and find some wow now. 4imprint for certain.
Jacob says, I'd be happy if this went to overtime and the Panthers at least got a point.
I just want to introduce you to Little Taste of Hell. I just want to introduce you to Little Taste of Hell. Hello, Eddie. You're in my car.
Simon says, please don't blow a lead for a second straight game. Habs, please. What happened? What happened in the last Canadiens game, Simon?
So for starters, Luke, it wouldn't have taken you an hour to figure out Mark Arcabella.
I'd have been my centerman that. In the car, Arco.
4 different teams. So every time Rantanen scores, he's setting a record for a player with 3 teams, right? So that's why that came up today. But great. All right, you're watching Battle of Ontario.
Drake Batherson, I'm glad we're finally going to talk about him because he's played some really good hockey, not only tonight, but leading into his last couple of weeks. So let's take a look at his game tonight. I've been really impressed with his defensive awareness. But if you're a head coach, this is what you want to see from your top guys. This is his first shift of the game. They get an offensive zone draw, and he is hungry as a dog out here. Refuses to lose his battle, continues the battle, continues in the fight, does not stay out of the fight, in under the red line, wins the battle, gets a chance. I love this track. Lawton's got the puck, doesn't see him coming.
James says on X, I see Habs fans are blaming the refs despite the fact that they're winning. I don't get it.
Here's the goal. Forces a turnover, makes a really nice creative play to David Perron.
Simon says the Habs led 4-2 against the Kraken. Though the refs called a penalty at 4-3 with 3 minutes to play and lose in overtime after 5 seconds. Oh yeah, that's Montour's scoring the fastest overtime goal in NHL history. Hello, Rick. Maryland is probably a little chillier than it had been. Yesterday, I got to go kayaking with my dad. It was really fun.
Late in that second period, and from there, whether it's the tenacity on the forecheck, and from there, the work first effort mentality. From there, he will generate his own offensive chances as well. And we saw in the final minute where there was a couple of forechecks that he makes, and then from there, he ends up getting a nice chance and a delay on the entry that leads to a scoring opportunity. So to me, just being willing to sacrifice, like I love that pass he made at the end. So to me, it's just a sacrifice.
So how many more goals do you think we'll see tonight?
Point production. I think it's going to lead to good things for him.
Florida, Montreal, and you think about John and Gary all over it. If you're going to play a team like Florida, you got to try and get your defense involved in the offense because Florida just defends so well. So watch this play. Slafkovsky, what a great play here. But there's the first one. Savard jumps into the play, gets it to Suzuki, but he spots Jacky coming right to the front of net. First grade A chance they have in a while.
Jacob says there's a real debate on whether Montour was offsides on the puck drop. Hello, Dennis. How you doing, buddy?
How great was Vancouver-Calgary Wednesday, Kelly?
That was a great game. No kidding. I love calling that one. That was spectacular.
So Connor Garland sealed it with his shootout goal. Pedersen had a great one too.
He did.
This is him. It was his day after his birthday that he had that great performance, and there are his gifts. As he gets ready for the Chicago Blackhawks. North Van's Connor Bedard and the Vancouver Canucks, Connor Garland. Coming up in about an hour. We'll get you back to the third period of the game you're enjoying.
All right, so
We want to go deep with you guys.
did I see the new flying theater coming to SeaWorld Orlando? No, I did not. I've heard about it. I'm just glad they're actually doing something with that old wild Arctic space. Dennis says 16 giveaways in 2 periods. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, I understand throwing up after hearing that.
It's the only time to walk in slow motion.
Searching for the perfect underwear? Tommy John combines innovation and excellence in every pair. Available in multi-packs, Tommy John's breathable second skin underwear is even softer than cotton, with up to 4 times the stretch of competing brands. We've also crafted indulgently soft second skin sleepwear for him and her for luxurious evenings and mornings. Invest in your comfort worry-free. If you don't love your first purchase, we'll make it right. Because if you dress to the nines, your underwear should be a 10. Go to TommyJohn.com and get 25% off your first order.
Yeah, I did hear the Tampa Bay Rays situation got worse. They had to stop with the plans for the new stadium, correct? They had to they made the announcement that they couldn't move forward with the plans for the new stadium development project.
Grant and I used to work on this together, and when I'm gone, I want you to have it. Doesn't count. What you need is a will, something you can sign, and an official will. Start your will at justinwill.com.
What?
Uh-huh. Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them, Donna and the dog.
Oh.
They're out. Yeah, out.
Upgrade your wardrobe today and get 15% off at jackarcher.com/TV.
Don't you hate when an eyelash is?
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
All right, so we just have one friendly request here.
Uh-huh.
No overtime. Okay. That's my request.
That's your request.
No overtime.
Even if it means the Panthers lose in regulation.
Oh, shut up.
Canadiens are just 1 point out of a playoff spot. Look at all those teams.
I know.
Not you, Flyers and Sabres.
Yeah.
Trey says we need a goal because I'm against Caulfield. I don't need him getting that game-winning goal bonus. Hello, Trey.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, Seth Jones' goal would be nice. Well, we're gonna start the third. We're gonna start the third on the power play, so that's something. Goldslayer says the hockey god said for the Panthers to win, Kyle needs his birthday ice cream before the third period starts. I'll probably have one of my donuts after the game. 1.5 minutes left on the power play for the Panthers. Let's see. Reinhardt was right in front. Barkov. Seth Jones with the rocket shot. Samoskevich with shot and cleared by the Canadiens.
Seth Jones will drop it back as Reinhardt follows up with it.
All right, so and that is another clear for the Canadiens. LAX says we need to win this game. I hear Leia.
Yeah.
Gives it up for Bennett, dropped it to Barkov. Barkov over to Bennett.
Rosado says, why is Schmidt on the second power play? Because
that would have been great if he would have scored right there.
That would have been great.
57 goals last year. 32. He's only scored 1 goal in his last 12 games. And right here, the quick tip to start the period. Can't find the back of the net. And then how about Seth Jones? We've already seen him crank one off the crossbar. This one right here, he unloads on the one-timer. And Montreal makes a really good job. Really good save here with the stick. You can hear the puck hit the stick so solidly as he knocks that out of harm's way.
So, Panthers win the face-off, and Samoskevich couldn't hang on to the puck. Forsling held it in, sent it back to the corner. And that will be the end of the power play. A Goat Slayer says, come on, Samo, score for Jaws again. He campaigned for you, and now you're on the power play line and top 6 on the Stanley Cup team. Get Jaws his goals and prove him right constantly. Hey, John, thank you for the 2.
Hey, thank you, John. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, John. Much appreciated, bud.
Thank you. We are raising money to buy Jaws a submarine. Dennis says his name is just the Nates now. They beat the Schmidt out of him in Toronto.
Suzuki out to center for Hudson. Hudson will back up with it. They'll wait for the get a change. Florida doing the same.
All right, so both teams go for the change.
Hudson up for Joshua.
So Kulikov, now it's Seth Jones, and Verhage. That puck goes back to line A, opposite corner. Kulikov and Seth Jones. We get the clear, but the Canadiens control the puck. Rosado says, finished off the third quarter with good grades. Got to finish the year strong now. That's awesome, Rosado. Wish you best of luck with the grades. Did you hear what I was saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosado's a good kid. Ah.
Oh, Gadjo broke his stick. Good Fina. Balinskis was back.
Ah!
Gadjo with the nearly disastrous giveaway.
Get him off the ice. He's having a bad shift.
Rosado, those 20,000 leagues under the sea subs from Walt Disney World are long gone.
Yeah, he had asked me what What ride
was your favorite?
Yeah, or what? I don't know if it was that or of the ones that are gone.
Of the ones that are gone.
Yeah, and so mine was 20,000 Leagues. So that's why they want to buy me a submarine.
Well, there's Rosado. There's one in the archives. One in the archives. One was sunk as an artificial reef and diving spot in Castaway Cay, and the rest were left to rot and eventually be destroyed in the boneyard.
Man.
If I had to choose my favorite Disney attraction that's now gone, that I actually experienced, Snow White Scary Adventures. Splash Mountain has to be close second, though. I just never thought I'd have to say that sentence.
Then we got 14 and a half left. Why do I smell a pulled goalie?
JC says, of course all those rides are gone. Jaws sat behind Walton High School. Jaws so old he was wearing the Air Moses ones. 14 minutes to go.
Oh, jeez.
That sale just passed. What are SOG? That's shots on goal, Trevor. That's every shot that goes directly on net and has to be stopped by the goalie. Not counting shots that missed the net or blocked or hit the post. Yeah, I miss Maelstrom too. Janias says, go Canadiens. When is Marchand expected to play?
Not for a couple more weeks.
Oh, you were asking what the shots on goal are for this game. I'll have to see when we come back from commercial. Yeah, there was the late stream celebrating Splash Mountain. I remember that when it was closing.
I'm taking a commercial now.
Disneyland. Technically, Disneyland still has a Snow White ride, but it's not Scary Adventures anymore. They changed it to Snow White's Enchanted Wish and basically got rid of all but a couple of the scary, truly scary scenes. Let's see. Yes, Matthew Tkachuk is out to the playoffs. Metallic asks, why do you think we have zero ability to come back this year? Yeah, the prices at Disney and surrounding parks are absolutely ridiculous.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I showed my dad some prices recently. I think I almost gave him a stroke. Right?
It's undoable. I don't know who can afford to go anymore.
Yeah, Matthew Tkachuk is out until the playoffs. That's what I'm saying, Rosado. Trey says, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, of course, but that's been gone so long, only people like me and JC will remember it.
I remember it.
Yeah, he remembers
it going on, and you had that train light coming towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's happy.
I was absolutely robbed of not getting to experience Horizons, or especially the original Journey into Imagination. Those attractions would have blown my mind as a kid.
Yeah. All right, 13 and a quarter left.
Rangers now beating the Blue Jackets 4-0.
Wow, the Jackets are going to lose it. Not the Rangers. That's boring. I'd rather Montreal make it than the Rangers. Oh.
Lance, yeah, Mr. Toad is still at Disneyland. And Montembeault makes the save. Lance, have you seen the video of the Snow White's Enchanted Wish? I mean, it's superficially similar to the ride it replaced, but they got rid of a lot of the scary imagery, or they massively toned it down. How innovative was Epcot when it opened in 1982? Very, very innovative. Montembeault makes a save off the Forsling shot. 12:40 to go. Collins says, how about a Reinhardt goal or a Sturm goal? Rangers are winning right now, 4-0.
Boy.
Hot dog says, goal! Just kidding. And the clock is stopped again at 12:17.
Good grief.
Desjardins Financial Group. Wherever you're headed, Desjardins is here to assist.
This is what I'm really going to enjoy some Joel's in Florida. Really transport the puck.
So 12-17, Florida has the slides, leads, and shots on goal 14-13. Whoever was asking about shots on goal. Collins says, score before Bob is pulled. Please, Panthers. Right. Yeah, Reinhardt has been stuck at 32 goals for a while. Oh, no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Did that just hit the post and in? Ugh. So how exactly did this happen?
Came out.
Bennett
just gave it
it away,
and it got deflected.
Bennett, what are you doing? Spaceman says, good night, guys. I'm done. Dvorak scored 4. Like, what is Bennett doing? Where is he passing that puck?
I don't know what he's doing up the middle like that in our own zone. It's just the rule of you don't do that.
The Sens are still winning 3-2. Jacob says the Montreal player's stick got in between Bennett's skates.
Oh.
Lister right in with the puck. Schmidt. Bolinskis, where's that puck? It was just sitting there by the side of the net. Lightning now winning 4-2.
Did Ottawa beat Toronto?
Not yet. It's a 3-2 Ottawa leads. Metallic says this is one of the worst games of the year.
I'm so sore from the kayaking, man. Jesus Christ, guys. No more goals, please. You're killing me.
We are halfway through the third period now.
Let's just get it done and over with. All right? We got playoffs in a month. Let's get the hell off the ice. Stop making me lift. I don't want to lift anymore. Yeah, disgusting. This game smells like diaper rash.
See. Goat there says, can we just ride Vanacek until the playoffs and get him warmed up?
Oh, almost there.
LAX says, what are we doing? We're losing to the Canadiens. What does it look like we're doing?
Oh my God. Let me guess. Bob sucks, right? This is your fault, Kyle.
What do you mean?
If you had not worn your lucky shirt, we would be winning right now. They're going to beat the Islanders tomorrow. It's fine.
Get up to a $1,500.
Rosado says, Jaws, I am getting a set of weights.
Oh, very good. Good job, bud.
Metallic says, absolutely no effort whatsoever. I don't freaking get it.
I mean, certainly don't disagree. But you know this team, you guys know how this team works. We're in first place by 4 points. You knew they was going to take their feet off the gas. The one thing that this team lacks is that, like, step on their neck killer instinct. And Jack Eichel needs a haircut, bro. Come on. Go on TV with your hair like that. What's wrong with you? Like, if you know, We just don't have that killer instinct of it's up 2-0. Let's go get 3, 4, and 5. They're up 4 points in the division. They're going to sleepwalk until Toronto almost ties us again. But, Saturday night in Montreal, they're all excited. And our guys are just like, whatever, man. You can see it. Everybody except for Bennett, because Bennett's playing for a contract.
Puck out of play with 8:34.
And Samoskevich, because Samoskevich is playing for a contract. And Ekblad's not out there because he was juicing because he was playing for a contract. You follow? It's true. It's true. At least we don't have to worry about overtime now.
Lil J says this is worrisome. If we play like this, it'll be a quick first round.
Yeah, but I'm not going to worry about how they're playing now. It's not the playoffs. No Kachuk, no Ekblad, no give a crap. I mean, Barkov's last 3 or 4 games. I mean, seriously, just let him take a week off instead of why even throw his ass out there?
Dennis says the amount of giveaways in this game is embarrassing.
It's been bad, man. But we've seen this before this year when they're not mentally engaged in the game. A lot of these same exact problems we've seen. Terrible.
Your local Panthers fan says, yo, we need Marchand to make his debut tomorrow. Trey says Marchand wants to trade to Dallas. So many giveaways, you'd think they were Mr. Beasts.
There's another one.
Just go the other way with the puck,
Yes,
Panthers.
seriously.
Blues have a 3-1 lead over the Wild. Wild, if you keep losing, you'll eventually be in danger of missing the playoffs entirely.
Okay.
6:27 to go in the thirds. And Oprah show has less giveaways. I've never watched the Oprah show. You ever see that meme where bees?
No.
Oh, you gotta see.
No.
Metallic says, I really hate when we don't even try. Let's hope Toronto loses tonight to keep the division lead. Well, the Sens have the 3-2 lead right now. If that holds, we lose no ground.
Right. Oh, shit. Good
That
job,
was
Bubba.
nearly goal number 4 for the Canadiens. Yeah, Bennett and the Panthers have restarted with contract negotiations.
Yeah. Well, yeah, now that they know they're not going to pay Ekblad any money, let's just figure out what Bennett wants and get it done and over with.
RSB says 14 shots in 54 minutes is literally OHL caliber BS.
You get the certainty of personal service, design expertise, and unmatched quality to make your moment shine. Be for imprint certain at forimprint.com. For imprint, for certain.
Okay, I'm taking a commercial nap.
Okay.
Like with
Okay.
home projects, I used to make sure she got
Kyle,
twisted
what?
around.
It's your
She wasn't
fault.
even sure where to start. But Thumbtack changed.
Lightning Lightning are winning 6-2.
Jeez.
Done. And I'm getting
Lightning will, if it holds, Lightning will be in second with tiebreaker being regulation wins.
Wow.
Download the app today.
How many points though? 4? Hey, I said why don't we do that? Why don't we let Tampa win the division and Ottawa can beat the crap out of each other, and Florida, Toronto play each other first round, do second and third place. Come on. That way that way Tampa and Ottawa beat the crap out of each other.
Rosado says, Jaws, what kind of rep should I do every time the Panthers give up a goal?
Depends on what you're trying to build.
Jacobs,
overhead presses, you can't go wrong with that.
Jacob says, yeah, but Jaws, you want home ice advantage. Panthers play way better at home.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. We'd have home ice in the first round.
Says biceps, shoulders. 5:55 to go in the third.
Yeah, I would do the overhead presses and the curls.
Let's see.
And then Montreal will make it, and they'll play the Caps. Wouldn't that be something if they beat the Capitals?
Jacob says we got to get Jaws to do some planks. Okay. There's 5 more minutes of this.
Yes, 5 more minutes of this hell. And icing?
No icing. You don't want the clock to stop.
I know. I'm not lifting if they empty the net.
Let's see. Your local Panthers fan says, I low-key feel bad for the Panthers fans that actually went to Montreal to watch this.
Right? Like 50% of what chances we have had today have been Samoskevich. Like Samoskevich and Bennett are pretty much the only guys skating.
Last 10 games, the amount of ice time they played together, the goals for versus the goals against. I mean, that's a plus 15 goal differential and a shot differential of 4. That's pretty impressive.
.406 to go in the third. Bruins 68, Red Wings 68, Canadiens 69, Jackets 70, Rangers 70. Who will win the last wildcard spot? Don't forget Penguins and Islanders 66. Oh, well, we're going on the power play.
Wait. Well, why did they blow the whistle while we had this puck?
They were skating up the ice with the puck, which lead me to believe this is a Florida penalty. But
The whistle went because number 11 played the puck at the red line.
Okay.
Penalty, number 28, has 2 minutes for high sticking.
okay. So this
Simon says, I said Habs would take a penalty with 3
You
minutes
did
to play.
say that.
Yeah, it's
You
about
did say that.
3.5 to go.
You definitely said that.
So that was the penalty.
Yeah.
Dvorak high sticked Forest lead.
All right, so we get this goal. Then they get the empty net. We get another goal. And then Verhage in overtime.
Rangers beat Columbus 4-0. Time for a cardiac Cats comeback. Probably not. Why would the Panthers start caring now about this game?
Oh, damn it.
Except for Samoskevich. He wants that contract. Puck out of play. Trey says Kochetkov got me a shutout. It's nice.
Oh, shit.
We pulled Bob with 3:08 to go to get the extra attacker. So it's now 6-on-4. Empty nets. That's special just for you,
Special
Jen.
just for me, it is. I'm not lifting on an empty net, shorthanded goal. What a mess.
Let's see. 4-2 Ottawa. Woohoo!
Watch Tampa end up in the wild card, or Toronto end up as the wild card. Come on! Oh my
you gotta
God!
be kidding
Are you
me.
kidding me?
Verhage, seriously? Where is your goal scoring ability?
Jeez.
Ugh. Well, Verhage has completely forgotten how to score goals.
Yep.
Toronto challenging the call, trying to say that the
challenging?
Sens got empty net, but it was
Oh.
offsides.
I see.
Looks like the Canadiens called a timeout.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Ugh. So 2:38 to go in the third. 1:05 left on the power play. Florida's net is empty. We lead shots 17-15, but we are losing 3-1. Seth Jones with the puck. Verhage. See.
Come on, guys.
Reinhardt waiting. What are you waiting? Oh, man,
damn
Bennett
it.
was right
It was
there.
right there, too. Ah.
Okay. Kate says it's like a bug stole his skin and is pretending to be Verhage.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I can come up with. 2 minutes left. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Shoot the puck, damn it, Barkov. Oh, man, Reinhardt off the side of the net. Held in by Barkov.
Another
Another glove
Monty.
save by Montembeault.
Oh.
Ugh.
You realize this is one of our old goalies, right?
Yeah.
Like. Oh, if that pass would have connected.
Reinhardt couldn't finish it. He hasn't been able to find the back of the net. And then Barkov himself steps in off the top of the circle and says, I might as well take a rip at this. 3 different ways to try.
So 11 seconds left, and now,
we
we call
took our timeout.
We call our timeout.
They're just trying to make the game last longer.
1:44 to go in the third. 11 seconds
guys.
left on the power
I
play.
got a perfectly good naked girlfriend upstairs. Let's get this done and over with.
Ottawa won.
Okay.
So we lose.
Watch it end up Florida, Tampa, Ottawa, Toronto. Watch us still watch us win the division. And it's crazy.
Your local fan says, if it makes us feel any better, the Golden Knights lost to the Sabres. They were favorites too.
Yeah, right.
So net's still empty. So
come on, guys. You don't have much time.
Bennett and Reinhardt tried again. Tony says, looks like St. Louis is going to beat Minnesota and tie Vancouver and Calgary. All 3 will have 71 points for the last wild card spot in the West. Last minute to go. And there's no one on that side but Barkov with the puck. Barkov.
Just running out of time, though.
Yeah.
Just won't go in.
Won't go in. And
icing. What do we got?
Icing 23.1 seconds.
Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
Jameson says, Tabernacle.
I had a little drink about an hour ago, and it's gone right to my head. That does it.
Well, credit Seth Jones for trying in the final second. All right.
Yeah.
So we lose 3-1 to the Canadiens. Montreal is still 1 point out because Rangers won with 72.
All right, I'll go yell at the camera. Damn it, Kyle.
It's the first time we've allowed 3 goals since the Oilers game.
That's not true. We allowed 3 to.
We allowed
Boston.
3 to Boston.
In the third period.
3-1 win over the Panthers on the fly is in.
He wants to score.
This is one of the loudest I've heard this place ever.
Yeah, next. Trey says next game better be Spencer. Yeah, Toronto also lost, so the Panthers do not lose any ground for the division lead.
More complicated. The Jack Eichel Buffalo breakup. He was their number 2 overall pick, the McDavid draft.
Your local Panthers fan says, Kyle, please, for our sanity, don't wear that shirt tomorrow. I want to wear this shirt. It's a nice shirt. Gabriel says it's coming down to the Habs and Rangers for the last spot.
What would happen on this day? Well, Sabres fans, you don't need any buttons.
For Jack Eichel, his 24-25 campaign is becoming one for rewriting the Golden Knights record books. Today, Eichel returns to where it all started.
James says losing to mid has been a common trend. Cats tend to play better against teams that are currently in the playoffs. Vanacek is gonna play the game tomorrow against the Islanders.
This young man is okay because he was absolutely level.
Knights will get a power play to this.
I mean, Hannafin has him basically covered, and then Howden comes in and takes advantage of that.
Beck says, maybe we do need Ekblad. Let's see. Just Kachuk rounds his first swag. He needs a new nickname. He is basically in a Space Jam movie. You mean like the Monstar sapped all his talents? They're showing the highlights on NHL Network from the other games. Yeah, he's been swiggy all season. For slacking. I like that.
He doesn't need anybody to tell him. He knows immediately after. Up high, 15 seconds.
Wow, that was a bad play by the Golden Knights. Why the hell would you pass backwards when the empty net is right in front of you? Blue Stew says, ole, ole, ole. Just Kachucking around says, giving Swaggy an extension at the beginning of the season was a rare Zito L. Well, here's the thing. I think the extension will be worth it if we get a good playoff for Hagee. Yeah, let's save it. Let's save it for the Isles tomorrow. Yes, saving it for the Isles tomorrow. Let's hope we're saving it for the Isles tomorrow.
The simplest answer would say
The Isles are going to be even more desperate for 2 points than the Canadiens were. So yeah, this was not a fun night. When am I going to see World Orlando? Not sure. Losing to the Canadiens doesn't hurt as much as losing to the Canadiens, says Trey. Yeah, can't exactly blame the refs this game, not with a gajillion giveaways. There's been rumors that the original Journey to Atlantis will return soon. That'd be awesome. James says Cats could have been trying to save energy, knowing they'll have to play again tomorrow. You hadn't thought of that? They're repainting the entire structure.
It's a gut punch as you try to claw back into the game. Tomasino's shot goes underneath the glove of Jacob Markstrom. It squirts out for Myers. Shot that tears off the glass. Good work by Nemitz to keep it in. Barely kept it in. Myers scores. Timo Meier power play goal.
So yeah, I'm watching the highlights NHL Network is providing. Jacob Markstrom was a total sieve in this game. Good Lord.
We got a game, 6 minutes to go. 22 on the penalty to number 22, Brett Pesci. Heinen moved it quickly and nicely. Got a long attack for Malkin. Not the first time we've said that. Carson scores. Beautiful wrister from up high.
That's pretty cool to hear, Azala, that they're repainting the entire Journey to Atlantis structure. Dennis asks, is this the most giveaways we've had this year in one game? I'm not sure.
Jacob Markstrom had an unbelievable start to this season. 21 wins in his first 36 games. In the 5 games,
Jacob Markstrom in his last 5 games has been 1-4-0, 8-8, and 4.23. God, those are horrible numbers.
the St. Louis Blues 2 points back in Calgary for the final Western wildcard spot. They have the easiest NHL schedule remaining by a point percentage. Important Saturday, Wild. Highlights next.
So let's see how the rest of the games. Let's see how the rest of the games went tonight. So early in the thirds, the Blues have the 3-1 lead over the Wild. The Canes and Preds are still tied at nothing at the end of the seconds. The Lightning beat the Bruins 6-2. The Senators beat the Maple Leafs 4-2. The Hurricanes beat the Flyers 5-0. And the Rangers beats the Blue Jackets 4-0. Which means, unfortunately, right now, it's those goddamn New York Rangers in the last wild card spot in the East. And the Canadiens are right behind them. And the Blue Jackets are now just the 10th seed in the Eastern Conference. And they have to fend off teams like the Red Wings and Bruins and potentially even the Islanders and Penguins.
Intrusive images, thoughts, and urges. If you have OCD and need help, you can get better with specialized treatment. Go to nocd.com to learn more.
Crypto.com Arena bonus coverage is yours. The Preds and the Kings. No score through 40 minutes of action. Enjoy.
Oh, I get to see bonus coverage of the Canes and Preds game.
The way the game has gone, the first goal of this hockey game is going to be a big one. Kings have to have that shot mentality. Get some bodies around the net. If they move it around the perimeter, Nashville's been extremely aggressive outside. They push the puck to the boards, and they've killed some.
Let's see.
All right.
Your local Panthers fan says Markstrom doesn't have any defense defending him.
Who?
Markstrom, the Devils goalie.
Are there any teams that don't have a former Panthers goalie? Serious. What is this, overtime? Oh, no. I see.
The Rangers are in the playoff spot now. Against and right now, their first round opponent would be the Capitals. Wouldn't that be something? The Heat are losing. Yeah, what else is new? I heard the Heat have a can't hold on to the lead problem. As in blowing multiple 17-point leads in the last quarters of the games.
Oh, my God. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be live at noon, so y'all can bitch and complain for a nice hour, maybe even 75 minutes. Go enjoy what's left of your Saturday night. All right?
Okay.
We'll be fine. It's Kyle's fault for wearing this shirt. It's really why we lost.
You better hope that's not true, because I plan on wearing this shirt again tomorrow.
Yeah, if we lose the others when you're wearing that shirt, we're gonna burn that shirt.
You cannot touch these shirts.
All right, everybody.
All
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right.